Sometimes there's a silence you can't explain. No footsteps, no breath, and yet you know something is there. That unfamiliar thought hiding in the back of your mind, the presence you feel every night, though you don't remember inviting it. Real fear doesn't live in the dark. It lives in that echo within you, the one without a name. These stories aren't from the outside world. They come from inside you. And now, they want out. If you're ready, welcome to the true darkness. Someone keeps texting me just one word: hide and seek. I remember the moment I got the first message, and now I'm filled with a gnawing sense of regret. I wish I hadn't ignored it. The first message came 3 days ago. I was on my lunch break when my phone buzzed. The notification was strange. It came from an unknown number. Usually, I delete messages like that without opening them. They're almost always spam or ads. But this one felt different. On my phone screen, the number field was completely blank. Only the message itself stood out, glowing on the screen. Hide and seek? For a moment, I thought maybe a friend had sent a game invite to the wrong number. So I replied, I think you've got the wrong number. I don't know who you're looking for, but they're not here. I went on with the rest of my workday, that strange message still lingering in the back of my mind when I checked my phone after leaving work. There it was again, same absence of a number, same emptiness, and the message. Hide and seek? Feeling a mix of mild irritation and curiosity, I texted back again. I told you before, this must be a wrong number. Who are you? Who are you trying to play hide and seek with? I stared at the screen for a full minute. Just as I was about to toss my phone into my bag, a reply came through. It was short and chilling. You. Hide and seek? That was the moment I ran out of patience. They weren't just not responding now, they were targeting me. Even without a number, I decided to block it. Thankfully, the message thread still had a block option, and that strange conversation vanished. I took a deep breath and finally felt a bit of relief. I got in my car and started driving home. As soon as I pulled onto the road, another notification came through. It was George, my roommate. I had the car's voice assistant read it aloud. He was asking me to grab some more beer from the store, apparently. We were out. I was getting tired of George always asking me to pick up beer. But after everything that had happened that night, I kind of wanted a drink too. I texted him back, all right, I'll grab some this time, but if you keep drinking through it all like this, you're paying for it from now on. I stopped by a gas station near home and grabbed a case of beer. As I got back into the car, my phone buzzed again. I thought it was George, figured he probably wanted something else. But when the voice assistant read the message aloud, my blood ran cold. Car? Drink? Suddenly, everything clicked, and with a sense of dread, I called George. After a few rings, he picked up. His voice was groggy and a little drunk. Hey man, what's up? Did you get the beer? Yeah, I got it. Are you messing with me? How are you sending those messages? When I call you, your number shows up, but when that weird message came through, there was no number. What app are you using? And what does any of it even mean? I'm not home yet. I can't play hide and seek, and I'm not 5 years old. That car drink message gave you away completely. Whatever weird game you're playing, it's not funny. There was a brief silence, then George replied, I have no idea what you're talking about, man. I didn't send any messages like that. Weird. Who would even want to play hide and seek? Anyway, just come home already. You're killing my vibe. He hung up, leaving me even more confused and uneasy. If it wasn't him sending those messages, then who was? As I drove toward home, a sinking feeling settled in my gut. When I got home, George met me at the door. Well, met me, as in he grabbed the case of beer out of my hands, walked straight to the fridge, pulled out two, and flopped back onto the couch. Nice to see you too, I muttered to myself. I wanted to ask him again about the weird message, but I just shrugged it off, grabbed a beer for myself, and headed to my room. Exhaustion was hitting me hard, so I decided to call it an early night. But the moment I stepped into my room, my phone buzzed again. And there it was, another numberless message. Almost. Time. Hide. Or. Call. That's when I truly started to feel scared. I couldn't understand how the messages were still coming through, even after I blocked them. I decided to reply again. Maybe this time it would work. Stop messaging me. I don't know who you are, and I don't want to play. Leave me alone. I hit send and tried blocking it again. Just to be safe, I turned my phone off completely. I lay down in bed and tried to sleep, but those strange messages kept replaying in my head. After a while, I managed to fall asleep, but I was jolted awake by a faint tapping at my door. I sat up instantly and heard George's slurred, sleepy voice. Elon, man, I don't know what the hell is going on, but I think someone's trying to reach you. I just got a really weird message, kind of like what you were talking about earlier. Look at this. I rushed to the door and saw George standing there, holding his phone with a confused look on his face. I snatched it from his hand and read the message. Last chance. Hide. Or. Call. My heart started pounding in my chest, a wave of panic rising inside me. I asked George, when did you get this? He shrugged. Just a few minutes ago, man. I wasn't really looking at my phone. What the hell is going on? I stepped back into my room and turned my phone back on. Of course, there it was, a missed message waiting for me. Okay. You. Hide. I stared at the words in horror. I didn't know what to do, but suddenly I felt completely vulnerable. I thought about calling the police, but what would I even say? There was nothing solid, just a creepy string of messages. But something was definitely wrong. It felt like something really bad was about to happen. I looked at George. He seemed just as confused as I was, maybe even a little paranoid. Before I could explain what was going on, the light suddenly went out. At first, I thought it was just a power outage. Then I heard the front door slowly creaking open. The same door I was absolutely sure I had locked when I got home. Fear gripped me. Something was very, very wrong. I dropped to the floor in the dark and whispered the only thing that came to mind to George: hide. I crawled across the floor and slipped under my bed. I was just about to call 911 when my phone suddenly shut off. 1 second, it was on more than half battery, and then nothing. No power at all. I shoved the useless device into my pocket and started looking around for anything I could use as a light source. But then I froze. A strange rustling sound echoed through the room, and I decided not to move a single inch. Then came the heavy footsteps, far heavier than George's. I suddenly noticed the temperature in the room had dropped, like a deep chill settling into my bones. As the footsteps echoed closer, a foul stench filled the air, like something rotten. I crawled as far back as I could under the bed, trying to make myself as small as possible, holding my breath. I heard our closet door gently close, and for a second, I hoped maybe George had hidden in there. Then the heavy footsteps picked up pace, and suddenly, It hit me if I could hear the door close, then whatever the hell was in here with us. It heard it too. I thought about calling out to George, telling him to move, to hide somewhere else, but fear had lodged itself in my throat, choking off my voice. The heavy footsteps were in the room now. I tried to see whatever was hunting us, but the darkness was too thick, everything was just black. So I sat there, silent and still, holding my breath, and I waited. After what felt like forever, I started to think maybe we were safe. Then I heard the closet door shatter. George screamed a blood-curdling, nightmare kind of scream that froze my insides. Something had found him. And just like that, the scream was cut off. There was no struggle, no crashing sounds, just the scream. And then complete, terrifying silence. I had no idea what had happened. I sat there, frozen in fear, for what felt like an eternity until the lights flickered back on. When I finally worked up the courage to crawl out from under the bed and see what had happened, all I found on the floor were the shattered remains of my closet door. Despite the door being wrecked, there was no trace of a person or anything else. George was gone. I called out softly at first, then louder and braver as I moved toward the hallway where the lights had come back on. No one answered. No one was there. I stumbled through the apartment searching for my roommate, but he was just gone. And worse, I had absolutely no idea where he had gone. For days after the incident, there was still no sign of George. I don't know if there ever will be. I suppose he can be officially declared missing by now, but I don't know what good that would do. It was impossible, but whatever had entered our apartment had found him. And now he was gone. He lost the game of hide and seek. And that thing, whatever it was, took him. This whole nightmare is unbelievable. And even now, as I write about my friend's impossible disappearance, I freeze in shock as another message arrives. Hide and seek? I don't know what to do. I don't know what this is. Maybe I should respond again differently this time. Maybe it'll help. Maybe it'll keep me safe from whatever or whoever this is. Maybe I can learn something. My reply is a single word: seek. If you liked the video, subscribe, leave a comment. And remember, we'll meet again where the light fades.